Just go with him. The process is that you walk around with him and see the entire facility once in a week, and that will have tremendous positive impact on the way he delivers the service, because he knows the seriousness about this. And you can just see whatever observations you are having, you can tell it to him. This may or may not be documented, preferably not documented, because this has to be on a informal basis. This is only to keep him on the toes. I mean, you have all the rights as a client, but then without his active support, I don't say just support which is coming out of a binding out of commercial thing. He should be willing to do anything for you from his side, from his heart, and that is your success. And you can do that by having a proper balance of the carrot and stick, which comes in the module 5, which is the incentive and the penalty system. You have to give him a confidence that when he's in trouble, you will support him. If that feeling you are able to give in your service provider, he will give his life for you. After all, he's there, his job is to ensure that you are happy. And for that, you just, he should not be doing it out of fear. He should be doing out of respect, out of happiness, that yes, he is making you happy, and that feeling should be good enough for him, and you will have to earn that. That has to come from your behavior and the way you talk to him and the way you behave with him. Normally, some people, they just sit in the office and they just from their table, they will try to manage everything, but that is not good. Now, assume for example, if there is a big maintenance plan for the chiller on the rooftop, and you don't go there, for example, maybe he may not do it. He may just open it up, sit there for 4 hours, and again close it. He will be cheating the company, right? And you are responsible for that, because your job is to ensure that you get the services for which you are paying him, and the company is trusting your signatures for that. So when the company is trusting your signatures, you need to be that much accountable and hold yourself to that, because your career is long enough. The more you enrich yourself with the facts on the ground, the better it will be for you, because no knowledge will go waste. Whatever you learn today will be useful to you sometime or later, sometime other in the future. At different circumstances, you don't even know. Machines can fail anytime. Nobody can guarantee to say, I have maintained this machine, this will never fail. No, it doesn't happen like this. It can fail anytime, and electronics more so. Normally, electronics, people have got the leeway, the excuse to say electronics you can't, really say about it. Even the other machines also can fail, although the percentage will be very less. Normally, it should not happen unless there is a reason. So the process will be only to ensure that he has that reason within. He takes enough efforts to find out the reason why it has failed. It should not be because of his negligence. This is what we want. And ensure that you do apple to apple comparison. This is very important. For example, you can't compare a facility which is running only one shift with a facility which is running in 3 shifts, right? Because it's two different things. Everything will change into that. I mean, maybe some things will remain the same, but it is not. For example, energy consumption. Energy consumption will definitely be changing, because nowadays automation is happening, and this is we have covered in the next module. There are some 2 interesting videos I have got where we show about how the automation is replacing the manpower. And this will be of very interest for all of us in facility management, because in facilities management, the majority of cost is only from people's cost. The cost is only people, there is nothing else. If you talk as an industry, plastic industry, they produce plastic. Steel industry produces steel. In FM industry, there is no production. This is only service industry, where the cost is coming from the people's deployment. So likewise, one weak area can become an entire weak. It will pull down the whole system. I mean, the management can have a different look about the whole team working on the ground, including the admin department and the service provider, to say, they are very bad. And normally the senior management, with all due respect and regards to them, they have this habit. What they do is, that for one failure, they will imagine and they will paint the whole system into something that it doesn't work like this. It's a problem. I mean, and they don't even ask you for explanation. I mean, you can convince them or explain them if they ask you. But if they make opinion about it, then you are in trouble. You can't do anything much about it. So the best way is to prevent it. And the best way to prevent it is to find out from yourself which are all the weakest areas of the service provider and plug them from time to time. So that they don't really pull the whole system down and your system remains intact.